Hello and welcome to Web Sports Machine. I'm your announcer tonight, Adam Brown. Alongside me in the booth, Mr. Zane Naylor. While we have the time, I would like to thank Jay County High School faculty and staff for making tonight's broadcast possible.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Jason May of State Farm Insurance. You can contact Jason to discuss all of your insurance needs at 765-747-7100. Now, to go into a season recap of last year, Delta finished their season with a 5-6 record, although 2 of their losses came by forfeit. Early in the season, the Eagles lost their star running back, Austin Fuadavai, due to injury, which really set them back for the rest of the remaining season. Overall, it's one of the worst seasons Delta had since Coach Grant Zagunda has taken over as the head coach. They're looking to turn that around tonight with the start of the new season.
And for Jay County, they finished the season last year with a subpar record of 4-6. The Patriots have really struggled the last few seasons, especially against Delta, not being able to pull off a victory. But this season looks as promising as ever with a lot of size and a lot of leadership and a lot of juniors and seniors.
Let's talk about the people that help make that all possible. The adults on each side, the men that help point these guys to the right direction where they need to go, the head coaches. For Delta, like I said, we've got Grant Zagunda. He's 137-32, starting his 16th season at Delta High School, his 21st overall, 69th in wins amongst all other coaches in the IHSAA. He's won 7 Hoosier Heritage Conference titles, but he's 17-0 all-time versus Jay County.
That is an amazing number. For Steve Boozer, he's 7-13 at Jay County, starting his 4th season as his head coach. And he has an overall record of 84-114. So both of these coaches have been around for a very long time, and they both have a lot of experience. And Zane, fill me in on a little bit about the players we're going to see tonight on the field for Delta.
We're definitely going to have some key players for all teams on here. Specifically for Delta, we've got returning Clay Fullenkamp, the 6'3", 235-pound junior. Had a spectacular season in 2011, 43 solo tackles and 4 sacks for that one. He's going to absolutely be able to lead the team on both the offense and the defense. Also returning, we've got Joe Spiegel, the 5'9" sophomore. Spectacular freshman phenom last year, 3 rushing touchdowns in 2011, and he averaged 5.5 yards per carry in 2011, and he's going to have a spectacular season starting tonight. Also, we got young, fresh talent on the quarterback line. That's Cade Jones, the 6-foot sophomore. He's a first-year starter. He's got very big shoes to fill with Ozzie Mann being gone, but he's going to definitely step it up to see what he can do with this season.
And for Jay County, you have a running back in Cade Price. He's been a 4-year starter here at Jay County. He's a 5'11" senior. Last year he rushed for over 700 yards, so he's really going to be a major force on the ground this year again for these Jay County Patriots. And the quarterback this year, he has a lot of experience on the field, but this year he's going to be playing quarterback. He's a 4-year starter in Blake Crouch. He's a 5'11", 180-pound senior. And really, we watched him in a scrimmage, and it seemed like he likes to make a lot of plays on the run. And when he gets outside of the box, he really just takes over and can create plays on his own.
Especially with them moving last year's quarterback, Trey Back, over the tight end position to help out their defense and what they're going to utilize that for. We'll talk about that later on in the game as we see it progress throughout the entire matchup. And let's talk about some of the keys to the game for both teams. First of all, Delta's got some definite steps they need to take in order to make this game a win for them. Like I've said, they've never lost under Coach Grant Zagunda, and I can guarantee you Grant Zagunda does not want that to start today. So what they're going to do is they're going to retain on the outside and don't let Crouch scramble. Once he gets on his feet, gets around them, he's going to be able to run down there. They've got to push him back in that pocket. They're going to be very physical on the tight ends, both of them, 6'5", 250 pounds. They're going to have to be able to push them back. And then they're going to have to be ready for delayed blitz from that defense.
And Jay County, it's one thing they like to do is the delayed blitz, which last year kind of threw Delta off a little bit. They've never really seen much of Coach Boozer's, how he likes to run the defense. But last year they threw some delayed blitz at him. But as we saw by the score, Delta handled it very well. But for Jay County, they need to be confident this year. Obviously never won against Coach Zagunda and the Eagles. They've been beaten 111-6 in the last 2 meetings with Delta. But this year they have the size advantage. Like Zane mentioned, they have 2 tight ends at 6'5", 250 pounds. And one thing they really need to do on the field is keep Joe Spiegel in the middle. They can't let him get outside the defensive end because once he gets to that point, he's booking it to the end zone.
And Coach Zagunda had talked about earlier as we talked to him and about their season outlook for the future of this year. And what they're looking at is as their youthful offense develops, they're really going to have to count on that defense to step up and be the key players in the game in order to make this a win for them.
Well, kickoff's about to get underway. This should be a great one. I know I'm excited. Everybody here is excited. The smell of fresh cut grass, football here in East Central Indiana, it's always big, especially here at Delta and Jay County. One thing that will hurt these Delta Eagles is they are a very inexperienced team, starting 7 sophomores on defense. So it's going to be quite a game to watch here. These young players trying to mature on the field, but it looks like Delta has won the toss and they have elected to receive. Back there to return the kick is going to be Ryan Bickford and Joe Spiegel. So this one's just about ready to get underway. Special teams making their way onto the field.
I can tell you, Adam, I am ready for football season to begin. The boys of fall are out here on the grass, and we are ready to kick off another great football season here in East Central Indiana.
Oh, absolutely. Every year I get the itching about a month before right now where I'm just ready to watch some football, whether it's high school, college, NFL, whatever it is, I love it. Kicks up, and it's a pooch kick right down the middle. Ball's just falling on by the Eagles. So they'll take over at the 29-yard line. See what Cade Jones and this Delta offense can come do against this defense by the Jay County Patriots. In the backfield tonight, we're going to see Mason Bechtold for the Eagles, number 43, number 29, Bryce Dishman, and number 20, Joe Spiegel. All three of them had some experience last year running the ball. Bechtold did a great job stepping in as well when Austin Flatovai went down. Jalen Robinson split out left. It's going to be 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. It's a handoff up the middle to Spiegel, and he's stopped right at the line. Going to be looking at about 2nd and 9, 2nd and 10. And like we said, they just got to keep Joe Spiegel in the middle. And I think if they can do that tonight, they're going to have a good chance at trying to take out these Eagles tonight.
Absolutely. They've got to be able to maintain that throughout the entire game.
So we're looking at a 2nd and 8. Rob Fox making his first appearance in the game tonight.
Fox is another excellent example of young talent they've got on this team in their offense. They've got to put faith in these guys in order to be able to make something happen.
A sweep to the left. Spiegel trying to get to the outside. Can't do it. Brought down right around the 35-yard line. So we're going to be looking at our first 3rd down tonight. One thing I noticed about the play right there in the opening play of the game, Delta is running a different type of offense than they normally. They normally run a pro set with 2 wingbacks. Although they do have the 2 wingbacks, normally they also have 2 wide receivers split out left and right. But now we got kind of a tight end in there, so I don't know what Coach Zagunda has up his sleeves. But
well, Zagunda's had to change things up with the new quarterback in the system. They're doing a shoot offense now. They're going to be able to use these quarterbacks. Right now, like we said, we've got our young sophomore starting, but we've also got the Colin McCaslin that might be able to step up here and see what he can do later on in the season.
Joe Spiegel brought down in the backfield. So this Jay County Patriots really putting it to the Eagles on this first possession. Out comes the punt team.
That's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, but with the inexperience of Cade Jones, last year we just saw maybe Ozzie Man throw a pass right there, but not knowing how Cade's going to adapt to the difference in play. I mean, obviously it's a big difference between JV and varsity football no matter where you're at. But Rob Fox back for the punt. Looks like Blake Crouch back to return. Punts away, and it's a short one. It's going to got a great bounce for the Eagles. Going to be down at the 27-yard line.
Punt by number 85, Rob Fox, takes a great bounce for the Eagles. It's going to be Patriot 1st down.
So the Patriots are going to come out with their power T offense, which heavily relies on the tight end position. So, and like we said, they have the size advantage on the line. They have the size advantage on pretty much every position. But at the same time, you may have size, but that means you don't have speed. So that's what Delta's going to have to come out here and do.
Luckily, I think the defense is really going to be Delta's key players in the game tonight. This is where their experience is. This is where their fresh experience and as well as a lot of power comes from is in this defense. And if they can stop Jay County, give the offense a lot of opportunity to learn and practice what they've learned, we may see some difference making.
It's a handoff up the middle, gain of about 9 yards. So far, it's something that we have not seen in about the last 17 years. Jay County trying to move the ball up the field. In the backfield tonight, you have Cade Price, which is really the main rusher for these Jay County Patriots. Ran over 700 yards last year. So he's looking to pick right up where he left off. So Jay County runs it for a first down, going to be brought down to the 41-yard line. So Jay County starting to put together a drive right here. Brought down by number 6, Brody Runyon. Brody Runyon last year was a starter at Yorktown High School, transferred over to Delta. One player you're going to want to watch out for on defense for these Eagles tonight is the senior in Austin Conway. Conway last year had 7 sacks leading this team. He was all conference. And really he has a lot of talent, but at the same time, most of the time all he does is go for the sack. So he's got to be able to contain tonight also. So again, a handoff up the middle. Looking like kind of a Pittsburgh Steelers offense out here, just running the ball right up the gut. So now looking at a 2nd and 3.
For the Eagles. For a nice game for the Patriots.
The only player with a lot of size on the defensive line for the Eagles is Ben Delisle, number 72. Delisle is a 6'3", 310-pound lineman. This power T offense really moving the ball up on these Eagles. Sweep to the left. He's got some room to run. Gets the first down. Picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
Hoosier seems to have something this early in the game with a special power T offense. When they had to rotate those players around to make that happen, they really put a lot of emphasis on that tight end position, including moving their former quarterback Tyler back to that tight end position.
Price brought down by Fuller Camp and third for the
They're looking at a first down again for the Patriots. And like we mentioned, the power T offense, what they really rely on, just a lot of running plays, which unless these Eagles can prove that they can stop them, I would just keep running it right up the gut. 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line. So for the first time today, Delta brings them down at the line, gain of no yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. 7 minutes and 12 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Aaron Bowden shoots for the Patriots. Brought down by Conway and Camp of the Eagles.
Yeah, but one thing you watch about this Jay County offense is that if you can stop the running game, you can stop them. They really don't have much of a passing game, which they really haven't had in the past few years. But right now the running game's working up the middle. Gain of a few yards. It's going to be about 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5.
Well, it's hard to have much of a passing game when they still haven't decided between any one quarterback. They've still got Blake Crouch and Nick Clemens that are both expected to see time this season as they go out there and fight for these Patriots.
Last year, the Jay County Patriots had a winning record. Was in 2007, in which they were 9-4. I believe they went on to win the sectional title that year, their only lone sectional title in Jay County history. So again, 3rd and 4, 6 minutes left in the first quarter. And a handoff up the middle, and he's brought down by the big man, Ben Delisle. Going to see our first fourth down by the Patriots.
Zach Metcalf.
It's going to be 4th and 5. I don't know if they're going to punt the ball or elect to go for it. They're kind of in that position where you can only punt it so close. And I think the offense is going to stay on the field. Coach Boozer wants to make a point right now and go for it.
He wants to put that early mindset in the players that this is what we're going to go for all game. Keep pushing, keep striving, make those goals. That's what they want to see here for the Patriots tonight.
Coming out in the I formation. It's a handoff up the middle. It's going to pick up the first down. Gain of about 6 on the play. So again, the Patriots going to move the chains on the ground. Yet to see a passing play.
That's good for a Patriots first down.
So Jay County really moving the ball. 5 minutes left in the quarter. Got a 1st and 10. And one thing about it, when you can run the ball consistently like this, it's going to make the defense very tired and hard to stay up on their feet.
You just gave Steve a heart attack. Don't say anything about it.
Got a fumble on the play. Delta says it's theirs. And then it's Eagles ball. So now it's a total change of events. Momentum shifts just like that. So Jay County's having a very good drive. Just turned the ball over real fast. That was Cade Price with the fumble.
The Jay County offensive line is missing a few key players after last year's graduating class took Matt Taylor and Jacob Stitt away from the offensive line, and they're going to have to be able to replace those with the guys that are on there. And obviously, as you can see, sometimes that can be a problem.
Now Cade Jones in the offense comes back out. 2 wide receivers split. Going to go with the counter. Bryce Dishman to the right. A gain of about 2 yards. Looking about 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. Bryce Dishman just got his first carry on the season. Yeah, but I'm waiting to see what they're going to do with Cade Jones. Let him pass the ball a little bit. That's one thing, being able to watch Delta football, you've seen throughout the years. They've always had a good quarterback, whether it be Joey Lynch, Ozzie Mann, Tyler Rescue. They have a great history of quarterbacks. Hopefully Cade Jones can keep that line running. Jones drops back for the first time tonight. It's a screen pass. It's picked off, and he might take it all the way to the house. So Jay County picks off the first pass attempt by Cade Jones.
Darren Bogenschutz all the way down and into the end zone for Jay County.
This is not what the Eagles wanted, but Jay County, for the first time in a few years, has something to cheer about, and that is a pick 6 on the second drive by the Eagles. So right now up 6-0 coming out for the extra point.